Okay. And we are back to a few leatherworking projects and a few non-leatherworking projects. We'll see how they go. First and foremost, we will be gluing this thing together. Something happened and it detached itself. It's not completely clear how it was supposed to stick around to begin with. Yeah, feels like there were like 3 dots of glue and that's it. Not clear, but I'll go grab my glue. Sorry. Okay. That's the super glue. Yeah, this one's probably empty already. Basically evaporates. And I think all I need to do is put some glue on it, right? No, something like this. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. Apply some glue. Oh man. And press them together. Just like that, and I will use the piece of masking tape if I only find one. I always had it right in front of me. Oh, there it is. I should have prepared it in advance, but you know how it is, right? Do you? Do you know how it is? You probably do. That's basically what we do. And then when it all is set and kosher, we can tape it. Done. First project complete. Almost done. That's it. Done. Time to go. Kidding. I'm just kidding. So, next project is the soccer ball. I hope I'm doing it right. I don't think you can do it wrong, but I hope I'm doing it right. Right? Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. Yeah. So, we will be stitching a lot today. A very colorful on this side and not very particularly interesting on the other side. Okay, so what do? We have these two, and then the rest of them are basically one flap, right? So we can flip it back out just like that, and we'll start stitching this way, and then we'll basically attach one more, right, and keep going probably to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, double, that's 6, double, that's double, and triple, that's, well, 4 times, that's the length. How you doing, Ralph? I'm doing good. A little tired after the week of work, you know. But otherwise, back to my project. I wouldn't say this is a passion project, but it's a kind of curiosity project more than anything. So it's going slowly as a result. I'm a little curious, not a lot curious, but a little curious. I'm not a soccer player, not a soccer fan, unlike many of my Russian friends. So just a fun thing to do, maybe for the certain type of fun. How have you been doing? What are you up to? Any cool projects on your plate? Or rather workbench, not plate. Yeah, I wonder the same. The guy who sold me a pattern, or whatever, who sold me on it, just said, "Well, just keep doing what you've been doing. Do the same thing." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll see." But it's kind of like, it's the same kind of stitch, like you would do basically the, how do you call it, saddler stitch, right? Just, you know, harder, I guess. So we'll get there together. Stay around and you will know soon enough. Well, maybe not soon enough, but at some point. More wallets and purses. Nice, nice. No, I'm glad. I assume the summer brings a lot of fairs, right? And spring. So you need to be ready. I probably need to start thinking about attending and making and having a booth at some of those myself. Do you have some place where you find your fairs? Do you like particular ones? How many? How many do you make? How many do you sell at? Two-ball bowling bag, nice, and with tooling. That's perfect. That's nice. Yeah, I think those can be fun. Is it a commission? Somebody commissioned it? I was contemplating doing some tooled projects as well. In fact, I was thinking of making a tooled soccer ball. Facebook Marketplace locally. Okay, interesting. That's a good point. Basically, locally organized, not too greedy, right? The bag is a commission. Nice. Did you make one for yourself and offered it and showed it off at a bowling league? That's how it goes? Basically, how do you land the commission of a custom two-ball bowling bag? There's events. Yeah, I know about events section. They usually advertise it to me because I organize tech events, being a tech guy by day. You know. And they always like, hey, don't you want to make it an event? I'm like, no, thank you. I use another platform for that. Oh, so they just knew that you have, well, you know how to do it, and they are the bowler, I guess, right? So they connected the two. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. How are you tooling it? Is that Sheridan, or is there something specific you want to tool on it? I did hurt my how it's called, shoulder for somehow. I think in a sleep, but I'm not positive. And now I cannot raise my left hand. This is getting ridiculous. It did happen to me, to my right hand at some point, but it didn't go away, but through a few exercises, through the few massages and stuff, it went away. But now it's the left one. You haven't chosen, but you will. Okay. Actually, just literally in the toilet, in a restroom, I should say, on the way to the stream, I thought of being a software engineer. I thought of making a tool for creating leather patterns, and I mean tooling patterns specifically. That could be a pretty cool app. Your hands constantly hurt. Yeah, I understand. I assume the number in your nickname is the date of birth or year of birth, so you're a little older than me, and I feel like the age has quite a bit to do with that feeling. Basically, the body is like, okay, I've done enough. I don't want to do anything anymore. Why don't you sit there and relax instead? I did cross the 50-year-old mark myself just this year, so. You're an old man. Okay. I mean, age is relative, right? I'm still young at heart, but there is this saying of like, but body is what makes me older. Okay, let's do the corner knot. And another one. Teaching this thing is quite fun to a degree, because there's like, everything is on the inside, right? Like nobody will ever see these stitches, so I can just tie a knot and be done with it. It's like with the bags, you know, that you put the lining into. So yeah, speaking of an app, yeah, so I'm thinking of, and I don't know how to do that kind of app, but I'm envisioning that you basically create some kind of, pick some flowery pieces from the catalog and you put them and draw the connection points or something like that, right? Or it automatically draws the connection points, kind of bringing that all together. So you don't need to like draw every little piece, but, or maybe you can, I don't know. Forklift mechanic. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. I mean, I am the opposite. I'm a computer guy. My fingers need to be very, very soft and nimble. Because that's how we programmed for a long time. This might be changing actually because of AI and because of like voice recognition. As I talk to my AI, well, at work we actually don't use that tool, but personally, I have a tool that I can use to speak into it, but then my voice will go out or something like that. Make your own floral pattern. Yeah, exactly. I think today's machines, today's AI doesn't know how to do that kind of stuff. So technically you might not need to have AI, right? But you can be like, computer can do a lot of work for you rather than you defining every single line. Or something like that. I don't know. If only computer could kind of make sense of it. I actually am not an expert in how AI works. So it's possible that maybe you can do AI based art that is not just pixels, you know, but specialized. And maybe people can draw their components however they like, you know. Yeah, so basically I'm thinking about something like that, you know. Basically some pattern, that some tool that will help you fill in the space, right? And maybe I will start with just stamping, you know. I don't know. I have way too many ideas. Oh, welcome spammers. Let me ban you real quick. How do I do that? Ban. Did it just work? Yeah, the guy just got banned. Nice. Yeah, but otherwise I do use quite a bit of AI at work, so why not? Why not, right? Okay, now we're switching back to 5, right? Like this is 5s surrounded by 6s, right? Pentagons, there's surrounded by hexagons. So let's keep doing this stuff. Yeah, but the problem is that AI is not like, that's not how AI works, right? Like it needs to understand how to expand, what expansion means, and all of that. Like it works very differently, basically. Yeah. But maybe, maybe, maybe you can digitize, maybe you can get a lot of digitized patterns and try to train it to create that stuff. But they're probably not done the way you think they're done. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think today visual graphics AI is very particularly limited. It's kind of done, it's trained on a very different kind of paradigm. It doesn't have enough training data for leather tooling patterns, you know? You need kind of to combine some of that visual recognition. Basically, there are not enough people interested in making these patterns who are both computer savvy or have a lot of money. So, so maybe I'm just trying to make something that should be kept as art instead. The artists don't use AI. No, that's the hard part. My son is an artist. He is in the artist community. They all hate AI with their guts. You know. So basically, it's the opposite of what you're saying. Making a shitty version, sure. Making a good version, that's a hard one. But maybe there is new evolution that needs to happen for art creating AI. The AI that helps people create art rather than being just a copy pasting machine, you know? Again, I have way too many ideas, and I get very frustrated when none of them go forward. And now with AI, I might be able to do them a little quicker, but still, the list is so long that I don't have time to implement them all. That making designers rich? Yeah, well, making designers rich is the hard part, right? How do you make designers rich? I guess making patterns for artists, sure. Making patterns, sorry, for leather crafters, sure. But do you need an app for that? You know what I mean? What will make you rich? What kind of app you need to become rich? Tell me, because I think it's easier to talk to people who know what can make them rich. Yeah, I'm not jealous of other people getting my result of my ideas. In fact, I'm very happy that they get implemented, but I am upset that I couldn't contribute, you know? Because I needed to have a day job and all that. And I'm not good at selling the ideas, you know? Basically, I tell everybody I'm a crafter and it's a software engineer. I'm not the sales guy. I do not enjoy the hard part of selling. I do enjoy talking to customers and explaining to them how everything is, and I like the kind of the drive, but it's tiring. You've given away my ideas. Yeah, yeah. I mean, in software engineering and in startups in general, people say ideas are worth nothing. It's implementation that matters. So, like, I'm eager to help people. You know. So the question is still there. What app will make you rich as a leatherworker going to crafts? Is there anything that can help you? Or is it in any other capacity for that matter, and not necessarily as a leatherworker? And if you do want to be rich, if that's what doesn't have to be making you rich, maybe making you happy is another way, you know? Okay. So one more and one more. That's our goal today. And this one is also 5, right? Yeah, this one is also pentagon. Starting, we are getting onto the 3rd layer of pentagons, right? Like this is first pentagon, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagons, and this is the next layer of pentagons. Design tool, drawing or scanning a piece and placing already loaded stamps to design a piece. Okay. And when you say stamps, what do you mean by stamps? Do you mean the stamping stamps, like how do you call it? The like basket weave, or do you mean like flowers or something else? Oh yeah, good for laser. Do you have the laser? Do you use the laser in your work? Letters, numbers, flowers, basket weave. Okay, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, that would be awesome to do. I think we can try making that as I stitch. Maybe I should have the AI working alongside me, right? Like while it's working, I'm working on leather. And you don't really use the laser, but for the laser, what will you use with the laser? What would you do that? Engraving or cutting or marking? Because yeah, sure, the laser is definitely doable. And I am thinking of vector graphics kind of standards that can be used for this. I am a kind of a web technology standards guy. You know, so I know this kind of stuff. That's my day job, you know. Oh yeah, and the question is, how would you pay for such a software? What would be your preferred method of paying for it as a crafter? How do I fund this kind of project if I do? You bought yours for engraving, but I've seen many cut with it. Okay, okay, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen like people use different lasers for cutting and engraving because of types of materials they use. I mean, I actually don't know many people who cut leather with laser, but I know that exists. That's being done. Okay, and now let's go to this last piece. Let's start on this side. So basically, would you be buying this software with the laser? Would you be buying this software as a subscription? Would you pay a lot up front? Would you pay per project? Would you pay, what would you pay for in this software? Because obviously making it can be free and open source, nothing wrong with that. That's another motivation. But something needs to pay for it, either my own usage and passion or somebody's money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw what's his name, Rhinus Leatherworks, Mark and Delva use lasers too. Modest yearly subscription. Okay, okay. Higher price as it expands. Okay. Yeah, I'm also thinking that letting artists put those little snippets of flowers or whatever that they design and help them sell individual stamps like that will allow them to make a little bit of money on the digital side. Okay, here I think I need to just do this knot, but also go and tie the knot across the whole corner. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I think that's necessary. €25 per subscription. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's tough, you know. Software engineering is expensive. Although now with AI, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's how you make it cheap. Okay. Now I'll do another knot. And one more knot. Okay, enough knotting here. Okay, next level. And we can start doing what? We can start doing more of these pieces, right? I don't know if my gesture told you anything. Yeah, leather supplies, sure, but software is a little different. But again, you're right that if there is value, why not? Why not? Okay. Let's do this. Would it be important for you to use it on your computer rather than on the internet? Or is that not a question, not a problem for you? I think these days computers are all interconnected through the internet, so that's not a problem, but some people don't like that. Yeah, lease the rights, that's right. Give it to all of those people. They have the money after all, right? Or maybe I can sell something through that too, like the actual tools, right? Like, hey, you want this stamp, go buy it here, and my commission is right there, right? And I wanna see this stamped like this, buy these stamps. Okay, so app would be on the computer. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of ideas about that. Basically, realistic designer tools. I started the idea by actually figuring out the software for 3D bit design, because I did bit designs back in the day. Yep, Tandy or some artists like Sergey, for example, might be able to invest. You know. Now you're giving me ideas. Okay, okay. That's another project on the plate. Well, I'll give you a free subscription. Forever. Forever. So you'll have $25 a year in perpetuity. And a steak dinner. Deal. All you need to do is just tell all your friends that that's what you'll be using. Okay. Is this enough? No, that's probably not enough for this side, so let's cut that off. What are we doing now? Is this the way we go? Yeah, I think we need to go this route. But first I'll drink. Okay, okay. How early of a prototype are you willing to try? How shitty should the software be before you try it? That's the question. And should it be open source? Right? That's also a question. Should it be open source? Okay, I think we can do... Is this not enough? Okay, this is not enough. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. Double, double, double. Let's go. Let's go. So maybe 2 of my streams will finally merge with leatherworking and vibe coding streams will merge. What is your favorite stem pattern? Is that the basket weave or anything else? Or you like floral carving? You said Sheridan, right? What about stamps though? Is it geometric? Meander? I saw Danny Law at SLC teach meanders. I think my next project is meander. Basically, I want to make a box. I might make that very box that he was making for the, what do you call it, the napkins, right? No, tissue paper. Folks, if you're doing tooling, let me know in the comments what is your favorite, well, tooling or stamping. Depends on the projects and my mood. Okay, okay. But you do have a collection of tools, right? I'm positive. Oh, man. Ugh. That's kind of fun. Small collection? How many hundreds in your small collection? Mine is, I'll tell you how many. 3, 3, 3, 2. Which is 11 plus 10, 21. Twice 42. And another 11, 53, I guess. Twice. 106. 106 tools. My son made me a couple holders. So now I know. I didn't make the cube itself, but I made a case for it. Yes, that was on my Instagram. I don't know. Do you have, like, if you click one of those links above in the chat, that link to the Instagram? Do I have the link to the Instagram? Well, it's very easy. It's ChernyGoodsCo/Insta. I think that would be. Does that work? Let me see. Yep. You can see one of the last posts is the Rubik's Cube. Yeah, I actually made 2 in a couple months. 2 orders on my Etsy account, which was fun. Yeah, they're too expensive to make though. Like, they're a little too complex. You don't have that many? Well, I'm not saying they're good tools or that I used all of them yet. I don't think I used all of them, or yeah. But I want to try. I mean, some of them are stamps. I like geometric stuff. So I bought some of those. Some of them were gifts. Now these kind of stamps are gifts that my kids give me because they are cheap individually. You know, like it's a good present. A set of tools is a good present. But I did run out of these boxes. I basically have 2 boxes and then I don't have any holes left in them. So I guess I need to make use of them before I buy another one. That's good motivation, right? Should be good motivation. And some of them were from a very cheap set, basically from my very first set, and some of them are Barry King, you know, kind of expensive shit. So I'm still learning. That's the exercise of learning this craft. Whatever I will not do a lot of it is another story. I do need to make that wallet with did I show you my how it's called Jesus, leaves and acorns tooling that I liked how it came out. Okay, now we are going this way, right? Yeah, so I need another 6. A lot of Amazon specials, yeah, understandably. I'm trying. I mean, some of these like expensive ones I bought to understand like how much difference an expensive tool makes, you know, comparing to the cheap one. And luckily, the software development job pays reasonably well to be able to splurge like that, you know. I think how much would this collection be? I don't know. 100? Probably what? Oh, Jesus, that would be a lot. If any of them are 20 bucks, it would be 2 grand already, and some of them are more than. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, good. So yeah, I want to make a wallet with that pattern, with acorns. I mean, I bought the pattern pack from Jim Linnell, right? So there is some money to be had in this exercise, right? Oh, nice. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, it's last year's tooling project, I believe, number 3. Number 4 was my big case, the how it's called, the chest, treasure chest, leather-bound treasure chest. Okay, and now on this side, that's a pentagon. Okay, that's the pentagon. Okay, I think we crossed, or we are getting to a half the ball, right? Yeah, we are getting to about half the ball being done. I think at some point I will need to try the bladder, how that fits into it. And actually pump one up, because maybe they are like, they're fucked. That's also possible. But the guy seems to be authoritative on the subject, so they're probably good quality. I do. I do. In fact, I bought 5 of them because he's selling them 5 at a time. I'll show you. So, this is the guy. So he sells them, and he's like, these are the like good quality ones. You need to pump it up for it to like part, because obviously it's vacuumed in the inside. Shit, that hell. Sorry. All of those words that come out of my mouth are not for broadcast. Anyway, so these are the bladders, and I bought 5 of them in a pack. Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5. So I do have a pump, so I should be able to pump it up and all of that. But that's not today. In the future streams. In the future streams. And obviously you then glue it in midway. Then you actually empty it. And then you empty it somewhere in between. First you pump it up to make sure it works. Then you empty it. Then you glue it in. And then you stitch the rest, and then you pump it up at the very end. That's how I understand that's the sequence of events. By the way, this pattern is the basic pattern of the ball. The guy, John Paul Balls, his website is. By the way, if you're interested, I'll give you a link. John Balls. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he sells other patterns too. As a beanie hat, yeah, absolutely. Especially when I go in the rain, go out in the rain, a rain man. Okay. And now going in. What time is it? 10:16. Okay. We'll do a little bit more stitching, but then we'll be done. I think it's time to wrap it up. Soon, not immediately, but soon. Would be cool to make a Catan board on a soccer ball. Because Catan board is made out of hexagons, right? Now let's tie the knot. Okay, first I'll relax my shoulder. Can I do this? This I can do. This I can't do. Oh, Jesus. I'm hoping to stick it back in, you know, accidentally. My chiropractor does that quite knowledgeably, and I just don't know how to do it. And he's way too far. I would probably already pay him all of the shit ton of money that he takes for this. Catan boards, you mean leather Catan boards? Yeah. Would be awesome to design one in 3D and make some stamps. You know? Okay. Okay. So we got quite a bit of it going on up here. And now we need to do kind of start doing this kind of stuff. Right? So I think we will be wrapping up for today though. Now that I'm thinking about it. You know, let's unwrap the ball to see how that looks like. Is it getting any rounder yet? I mean, to a degree, there is quite a bit of roundness going on to it. $135 to $900. Oh, nice. I wonder what, like, did you look at Etsy or something? Are they artistically painted or something? Yeah, hopefully. This looks... It's a little more dull in person than it is on camera, but we will be finishing it with... obviously finishing the leather, right? So... yeah. It will look better. But I actually want it to be like scratchable and everything. Yo, you Googled it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, soccer ball made out of Catan tile. Can I appropriate these for Catan? I think I could. I could just make some kind of thing that goes between them, right? Figure out some kind of sticking method. Yeah, my original idea was to use the snaps in the middle, to just snap like this, you know, just have them snap all over. This might be a little bigger than the regular Catan tile though. Anyhow, there is probably some good way of doing this. Why am I running out of tiles? Is that true? Am I getting close? I might be getting close actually, but I doubt that, right? No, actually that might be true. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So, folks, if this does not become something, if the ball doesn't work out, I can have a helmet. You know? This actually fits me pretty well. How do you like it? By the way, the other thing I want to make is the combo case for all the Rubik's cubes. Kind of a case that keeps them all together in some kind of collection like this with the Pyraminics on the bottom. on the top, I mean, or something like that. Or maybe it is in fact like square box with a pyramid on top, and there is a little bit of padding in here or something of that sort. I'm glad you like my headdress. Yeah, I don't know. Should this be like central like this? Oh, looks like my wife is calling me. Алло, дорогой. Да. Да, ну вот я заканчиваю как раз. Сейчас приду. Если бы ты бы видела, какая шапка у меня есть. Да. Да. Ладно, сюда. Поработай. Okay, enough rambling. Let's wrap it up. So this might become, well, you cannot appreciate the view, but something of this sort might be what I will make. I need to figure out how. I need to buy a Paraminix now, I guess. So thank you all for joining. I will be running off immediately. Let's go quickly radio all, and I will run in the next direction, which is probably sleeping. Okay, leather people, leather. Anyone need leather? No, nobody is leather doing. Nobody is doing leather right now. What's up with that? 3D printers, 3D printers, 3D printers. Somebody's doing politics. What's up? Is it like 24/7 politics or something? I don't know. What's up with that? Have a good night. I hope, thank you for chatting, and I hope our business idea will become reality soon enough. What is this? What is this? Some goo. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Let's do same category, right? Who am I looking at for same category? Anybody? Anybody? No. You know what? What's this? Yeah. No. 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 Well, Cave Geek is up. Let's go send you to Cave Geek, and I'll leave you with him. Please say hi. He is an amazing crafter. Right now, I think he does a lot of 3D printing kind of stuff, but he's like leather worker and yeah, in many weird, awesome ways. So say hi to him, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.